What's up, everybody? And today we're checking out Brandon Herrera's video on his Donald Trump video that he put up, like, what, 3 days ago? It's already got over 5 million views. I think in the past 3 days that this has been out, I've been sent this probably upwards of 20-30 times each day. I've been sent it an ungodly amount of times. People want my opinion on this. I think when I put out my other opinion piece, what was it, like a couple days after the assassination attempt, people wanted to hear more about my opinion on it. And so, yeah, we'll watch this video with Brandon Herrera. We'll see what he's got to say about it. I've heard that he kind of does like a test thing with it. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. We'll see what his opinion is, and we'll go from there, okay? Don't forget to like, subscribe. Obviously, if you want to watch Brandon Herrera's video without me waffling over the top, it's down in the description. As always, like all the videos are that I react to, they're always down in the descriptions if you want to watch them without me chatting over the top. I don't think I've got anything else to say just yet. Anyways, let's pull this up, let's watch it, and let's see what they've got to say.
On July 13th, 2024, an attempt was made on the life of the 45th President of the United States and potentially 47th, Donald Trump. The thankfully failed assassin fired a handful of bullets from an AR-15 off of a nearby rooftop, one of which nicking the president in his right ear. The Secret Service was then able to retaliate with one of their snipers, ending the threat at about 3,200 feet per second.
Which, apparently that was a pretty easy shot for them. It's just a shame they didn't get that shot off before any of this kicked off, isn't it, to be honest with you?
But while this assassination attempt was unsuccessful, it started a whole host of conspiracy theories on the internet and raised a lot of questions, really, about ballistics, amongst other things.
Yeah.
So given that recreating historical assassinations is something that we do quite a lot on the channel, we figured that we might be able to...
I haven't watched any of them reconstruction of assassination attempts, so if you want me to watch them, let me know in the comments.
Shed some light on some of these subjects that are currently in heavy debate in the ballistics of the situation. Now, this is the first time we've ever tackled a situation like this where the person in question is still alive, not only still alive, but still actively running for president.
Yeah.
But I do think we have the capability to add a lot of productive data to the conversation in an educational manner, while also giving the situation the seriousness and respect that I think it dictates. At least as much as we're capable.
Oh my god. Where did they get these things from? These, like, fake human things that you can chop up and stuff. I don't even know where you would order them from. You know what I mean? I need to, like, move over on the camera a bit more, don't I? I don't know where do they get this gear from? It blows me mind.
I want to address today. First two are demonstrations to kind of dispel a lot of conspiracy theories right now, and the third is for fun. The first is showing how a shot like this is not only difficult to stage, but given the equipment, pretty much damn well impossible. The second is to address the internet armchair experts who think that an AR-15 is so deadly that even a shot on the ear would have been an instant kill, and that it was faked with blood packets or fucking aliens, I don't know. So we're gonna replicate the shot on...
Okay, so here's my take on it. They're gonna replicate the shot. Here's my take. We've seen an actual image of... Let me see if I can find it real quick. There's an image of the bullet, like the round, passing him. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find this image real quick. Here it is. Pull this up here. This image here, I mean, you can see the round there. So we can presume that it wasn't shrapnel or anything like that that cut his ear. Like, because if you look where this ear is here, like, you presume this is the one that, you know, that probably hit his ear. It's crazy how close it was, isn't it? So it wasn't shrapnel. Some people said it might have, you know, hit a piece of the teleprompter glass and maybe that cut him or whatever. There's a lot of theories out there. I'm not going to pander to the conspiracy theories because I'm just not into that. And I think that, you know, whatever side politically you're on, I think pandering to some of them conspiracy theories is just a little bit unnecessary. So yeah, let's just go with the common I forgot what the phrase is when the most common explanation is usually the right one. I forgot what the phrase is for that. But let's just go for all that, shall we?
On the ear to show exactly what happens in that situation. Now, the third thing, just because I think it's really cool, we're going to be replicating the return shot on the shooter from the Secret Service sniper rifle. We didn't have to do this, but to be honest, I like the old-fashioned movies where the bad guy gets his comeuppance at the end. So I feel like it's a pretty...
I feel like that's going to be a more brutal shot than the one that they're going to do on the ear, innit? They're going to explode a skull or something like that.
Finale. And it's going to look hella good in slow motion.
Yeah.
And as always, when we do a spicier video like this, my friends are more than willing to help.
Who've we got? Oh, the fat electrician's there as well.
They wanted to be associated
Eli
with this
double
one,
tap.
but they volunteered anyway, so it should be a fun day.
That's it. He's Brandon Herrera's shooting an AR-15, guys. He's shooting an AR-15. Surely he's like... He's getting like heart palpitations right now and feeling a little lightheaded.
This is the AR-15. As you can tell,
the scope's a little bit far forward, isn't it?
This particular iteration is a semi-automatic civilian legal version. This one in particular is
the
kind of
red
more
dot.
of a budget gun with an optic mounted slightly too far forward, which is exactly
I literally just called that.
Exactly what it looked like the shooter had as well. Now, to a competent person making a shot on a target that is man-sized at about 130, 150 yards, not that difficult. Pretty much any experienced shooter can do that on their bad day. That's also assuming that the average competent shooter has one thing that the would-be assassin did not: more muscle mass than a 7th grade cheerleader. But now what internet experts are trying to claim is that it was an inside job, it was staged, and that the shooter very intentionally only hit him in the ear to, you know, boost his ratings and such. Now, with the shooter using an even worse AR-15, it was like an old DPMS, which is just pretty garbage tier, to be honest, and a red dot with no magnification. I'm going to show you exactly what that shot would have looked like from the shooter's perspective, and then you can judge for yourself how easy that shot would have been to stage. So we have our stand-in ballistic dummy target here, and we are going to walk back and pace out about 130 yards. It was between, I believe, 130 to 150 yards.
I still can't believe this even happened. Like, we're watching this video, and again, this video is kind of going more to entertainment at this point, isn't it? I just can't even believe it happened. I watched a thing where the Secret Service boss was kind of getting questioned on the whole situation. They were saying how it wasn't in their vicinity of clearance or something like that. I didn't watch the whole thing. It was obviously just a soundbite because everything online these days is just a soundbite. My presumption is that the building was private, right? It was like a private building and they weren't able to go over there. Like, then they shouldn't have been able to do the friggin', what's it called? Not parade, the speech right there then. If they can't cover all them bases, you're talking 150 yards away max. An AR-15, you can shoot up to 600 yards if you're good enough shot with it. And so, and the AR-15 is the most common rifle in the whole of America right now, right? So you would think that it would cover at least the basis for the Bobby Basics, right? It just, I don't know. The whole thing's just, it still blows my mind that it happened.
Where the shot was taken. Let's go on the inside of that and do 130 just to give the most benefit of the doubt here.
Yeah.
For context,
it's a hard shot to get
this
the ear.
Is approximately 130 yards. See what that looks like down the sight.
Wow.
So we were just back there at like 130 yards trying to get that through the dot. Would any of you stand at 130 yards and let me take a shot on your ear?
I wouldn't let you do that at 2 yards.
Well, that's just because you're a pussy. Because the other thing that, like, trying to explain to people on the internet, especially the experts on Twitter, they don't understand, like, MOA. So, like, when you have a garbage tier AR-15 that's, you know, a DPMS from fucking 15 years ago that was his dad's gun, you're doing like a 2 to 3 MOA. So 3 inches, let's say, at 100 yards. Some would say too much. 3 inches at 100 yards is now at 150. That's 4.5 inches difference. You know what's suspiciously 4.5 inches to the...
Look at that. Look at that. Just the movement of the head. Oh my God. It blows my mind how close this was. Like, look at the head movement. It's a good job he looked in that direction, isn't it? Crazy.
The left of your right ear. Yeah.
Wait, which way?
There's air. You absolutely, like, this dot covered a good chunk of the head
Yeah.
at that distance at 130. Yeah, no bipod, super elevated heart rate, no magnification. So a lot of people were saying like, well, yeah, you could just zoom in a scope like Call of Duty, huh? No, it's not a scope. This is not like a fucking sniper weapon. This right here is a 1 magnification, so it's 0 mag. It's literally just looking through a piece of glass with a dot on it.
Yeah.
So yeah, now hopefully you have a better idea of why saying that the ear shot was specifically staged using that setup at like 150 yards is just fucking stupid, frankly. But speaking of fucking stupid, there's another conspiracy theory that, of course, Trump was not hit by a bullet because bullets, you know, expand and they have, you know, a crazy temporary cavity and it would have taken his whole head off.
They do to some extent, but not with the caliber that rifle was using. Like, you could clip an ear with that. It's just, it is what it is. Like, unless you're using like a 50 cal or something like that, then you're going to get that radius around. But even that, like, you're not going to clip an ear with a 50 cal, let's be honest. You're going to take half the head with it, but still.
And all sorts of shit. And he was hit by flying glass that came from fucking, I don't know. It's Twitter. So we're going to recreate to the best.
Yeah, the flying glass thing I heard was that, because they have the teleprompters, like where he has the you know, speech that he's reading off or whatever. Although I don't think Trump really reads off that shit. And they're made of glass. So the theory was that it hit a piece of the glass and the glass cut his ear, which I think is a bit of a better theory than, you know, fake ear blood and all that crap. But at the same time, if you think about the angle, this guy was on top of a building. Usually them prompters are usually like lower, I'm pretty sure, when you see them. So that theory, if you look into it just a little bit more than just reading it online, it kind of already cancels itself out, doesn't it, to be honest with you?
As for our ability, the path of the bullet going through a small strip of flesh, the ear here, and show exactly what that would do to a human ear. Now, in order to
They've really got to get this shot spot on, haven't they?
actually capture the bullet as it's grazing through the ear, we would need some serious high speed.
Yeah.
Maybe even ballistic high speed.
Did someone say high speed?
I don't know why they keep doing that.
Why did you invite us,
It's like a bit or something. I don't. So 100,000 frames per second.
Wow.
That should be plenty enough to catch a bullet like that because it's traveling at what, 3,000 feet a second, roughly.
So this will slow down time 3,000 to 4,000 times slower than normal.
Perfect.
Wow.
Well, let's get to it, guys.
Let's do it.
Now, we don't really care about distance on this one since, I mean, the ballistics are going to be negligible. If anything, closer distance should do more damage. So
he's not wrong. He's not wrong there. And he's got to be close to get an like, if he goes back to 130 yards and shoots this with the red dot, it's probably just going to go straight through the head. And he's probably not got 50 of these skulls to keep practice on before he gets it nailed first time.
if this just rips right through the ear like it did in real life, then that should definitively prove it. So
Yeah.
let's, I just want to make sure we get the most accurate shot possible.
Yeah.
Firing.
Did I see a jiggle?
Did you? Oh, I barely clipped the ear. I clipped it right on the side, not on the top. I clipped him like right there in the middle.
We're gonna have to look for like a vibration. Oh,
Yep, there it was.
it.
Whoa. Oh my god. Even that alone's
Definitely
creepy.
grazed the ear.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Whoa.
Damn.
That was like edge of the bullet.
Yeah.
I know. That was. I think we could get closer. Yeah, so I think he actually got hit right up here.
Okay.
The bullet impact was right there. You could see where it just grazed
Yeah.
the very edge of like.
And it hit the
middle of his ear.
top. As far as I'm aware, it hit the top of his ear, didn't it?
We're gonna try to go for the meat.
Yeah.
The most interesting.
Because at the same time, there's going to be more there to hit. Like, there's going to be more wobble with the top part of your ear because you've got a bit more cartilage up there, don't you? The bottom part just turns to skin, doesn't it? So, yeah, it's not really going to be it's not going to be as good of a representation of what it was in real life.
That the whole head is still there.
That's kind of crazy. I thought it would have disappeared. Firing. Oh yeah, I think that was it. Oh yeah, that was the fucking money shot right there.
There you go.
That's
Okay.
a perfect sim there.
All right, let's see this then.
Head's still connected.
I don't know. This
We
is
can't
crazy.
figure it
I don't
out.
think a bullet actually hit him.
Like his neck's not broken.
Where do you get the Ballistic?
I'm taking Ballistic out of my name because I clearly don't understand them.
Oh, that was fucking perfect.
Yeah.
Piercing.
Yo,
Dude. That's wild.
what'd they say? Don't get your ears pierced at Claire's.
Here we go. Oh my god. Look at that pause there. If that's like what actually happened, like, holy shit, no wonder he's got a bandage on his ear. Look at that. Oh my god, he's turned to Mickey Mouse all of a sudden there, hasn't he? Wow.
When Trump said it felt like he got hit by something, you can see the vibration. It'd feel like someone kind of slapped
Yeah.
you over here.
I was just gonna say, I'm actually.
Let's look at the vibration of his jaw and the actual head movement here. Let's see how he would have noticed it
personally
more.
surprised that it had that much temporary cavity, that much expansion.
Yeah, so let's ignore the expansion for a minute. You can see the ripples on the skin here on his temple and his jaw. Like, you can see it rippling across, kind of like a wave effect. And that's what he would have felt more than anything.
But
He would have
notice
definitely
how
felt that big hole.
The head is still there.
Yeah. Yeah, if you play it all in full speed, it's like, well, that's very unfucking impressive.
Right.
But
I mean, everybody's making fun of his ear bandage in his speech, saying like, "Oh, he's wearing a big bandage for sympathy or whatever." You just saw his ear explode from cavitation
Yeah.
from getting hit by a gun. Like,
Yeah, you get shot anywhere, even if it's just a little nick, you can have a big bandage on it.
it looked okay because I know he was golfing the next day, which talk about fucking Chad energy right there.
I mean, Evander Holyfield finished the round, so I mean.
Yeah, well, Dan, to be fair, you got, assassination attempt at 8, but you've got a tea time at 9 a.m. Like, that's what you got to do. A lot of people talk about how Trump turned his head at the last minute, and that's what saved his life. And it's really easy to see. Like, there's graphics and shit of it, but now that we have a ballistic dummy here, you can actually plainly see the trajectory the bullet took to go through the ear the way that it did. If his head was tilted the way that it was.
I think that blows my mind more than anything. The fact that he's just, not only is it a couple centimeters away from, hitting in the temple here, which does some real damage, but also the turn, like a split second of him turning his head, which is no movement whatsoever. Like, there's barely any movement there. Could have took out the back of his head. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just crazy that he managed to survive this. Absolutely crazy. And it's only done his campaign good, hasn't it, really? Like, and I'm not going to get into who I support or whatever, but him getting an assassination attempt for his campaign, for his kind of rhetoric online, it's only helping him in a way. Does that make sense? I'm not saying that it was a good thing, because it was by far the most terrible thing that's happened in America in a very long time. An assassination attempt on a former president and someone running for president. Not a good thing happening at all. And that's me as an American saying it, not as a Brit saying it. Even as a Brit saying it, it's painful to watch, because a lot of countries look to America as kind of like that person to look up to. And I know Europe has their own kind of thing that they, everyone kind of laughs at the way America is or whatever, right? Or everyone laughs at American politics, which I get it, right? Like, watching Joe Biden go against Trump in a debate is kind of like a frigging episode of The Office, isn't it? Like, it's not pleasant to watch. And it is a bit of a laughingstock for the rest of the world. But at the same time, the US itself is not physical, but as a military force and an influence, a giant country, as an influence to the rest of the world. And so knowing that a country that is so influential, like Europe, would really be struggling against Russia right now if it wasn't for America. We wouldn't be struggling, but we wouldn't be doing it. Ukraine wouldn't be doing as good as it is right now. It just makes you realize that how fragile the world is. Do you get what I'm saying? Just a couple inches could have been, an inch, 1 inch could have changed the trajectory of, the West. Crazy that, isn't it?
Before he went to go look at that graph, it's hitting a lot of, the really important lizard brain stuff that makes you, continue to breathe. So him turning his head at the last minute,
mental that.
got a lot of the vital part of his brain out of the way of that bullet, which is just, talk about luck. We might be having a very different conversation had that not been the case.
That's true.
I think that is what would qualify as too soon. Speaking of too soon, you want to gank the shooter?
Oh God, yes.
So now let's talk about something that
Oh
the
my
Secret Service
God.
would have been using.
That is a nice rifle, that, isn't it? Oh my days. Look at that. Beauty.
To take out the nameless nerd and virgin. This right here is an Accuracy International 300 Win Mag. Accuracy International is like the Lamborghini of bolt guns as far as like not getting something stupid custom done. Very, very nice rifle. I've been shooting this setup a little bit this last couple days. Fucking amazing gun.
Yeah.
Better be, because they're like 15 grand. Got our 300 Win Mag.
15 grand? 15 grand. Jesus Christ. They've got to be top notch for that, haven't they? I mean, look at it though. It is a nice looking rifle, isn't it?
Boys right here. Gonna load it on up. Keep the bolts open though for now. Got a Badger Ordnance scope mount with a Night Force ATAC scope, topped off with an RRS tripod. These things are very expensive and very nice. I've never
I mean,
really
look how thick them legs are. And I'm not talking about Brandon here. No, that bipod looks like a really, really good bipod, doesn't it?
with one before the last couple days, and it is amazing. It's really like cheating. Now I know how they were able to pop that shot off so quick and so accurately after the first round was fired. So funny story, I bought this whole setup from EuroOptic, and I was not paying very close attention because I knew I needed to get this video out quickly. So I was in a rush, I bought an Accuracy International bolt gun, and I didn't realize I bought the wrong one. I bought one with a left-handed bolt, not super useful to a right-handed shooter like me. I called up EuroOptic, told them the situation. I got somebody on the phone in like 30 minutes. They helped me out. Not because I had a contact there. I was a random customer who spent my own money on this gun, and I fucked up. They're shipping guys,
really
squared away right off the bat, and I had it in time for the video. Then we told them.
That's good customer service, right? I mean, if you're paying that amount of money, you would expect them to be like on point, wouldn't you? With that type of stuff. But some companies not. You'll spend a lot of money. Some companies don't give a shit about you. So that's really impressive.
What we were doing with the video, and they wanted to be a part of it. So they actually ended up sending us out this tripod and really just hooking us up. So we
tripod,
really
not bipod.
EuroOptic for not only just having a great customer service experience. Like,
why did I say bipod? Obviously, it's a tripod. I'm a fucking idiot sometimes. I say some stupid stuff sometimes on this channel.
Genuinely, I was impressed. But also just for a genuinely good customer service experience and for helping us get all this stuff out here in time to film this video. So we really appreciate EuroOptic for helping us out with this. Show them some love, please.
Yeah.
Now, you want to see somebody's head pop?
Oh
POV,
my God.
You see this popping up over a slant.
Oh, it's got glasses like mine. Oh. Oh no. At least, well, I presume I make these glasses look decent, unlike this guy. Do you know what I mean? God, my head's right next to it as well. No. I presume I make these look good. I hope so anyway, unlike the other guy.
So now the fun part, we're going to replicate the shot.
Maybe I should change my glasses. Yeah, I'm just going to take them off. I'm just going to take them off. I can still see. Not as well.
Some of the photos.
I can still see, not as well, but I can't wear these glasses while they're talking about this dummy here.
Chris took on the would-be assassin here. Not 100% clear, judging by some of the photos that I've seen, exactly where he was shot and where it exited, so I'm going to take some creative liberty. I know he was shot in the head.
My presumption, and I've seen some images, not going to get into it too much, but it looks like it was more towards the side of the head. I'm presuming he's just going to shoot it square on and just have some fun with this, but just bear that in mind.
Now we're going to see in about 100,000 frames per second exactly what was going through his head.
His head's going to explode.
He kind of looks like Harry Potter now that I think about it.
I just feel like they're all taking the piss out of me now, though, for wearing these glasses. Do you know what I mean?
Why is his teeth so straight?
Yeah, his teeth are kind of straight.
What is that, a jaw?
This isn't accurate.
I need to kind of carve some of that away, make it a little flatter down here. Kind of
at least I've got
head in a little bit.
At least I got a bit of a jaw. I mean, I look nothing like the shooter, do I? Which is good. He just has similar-esque glasses. I mean, these are Ray-Bans, though. You know what I mean? These are legit Ray-Bans. I don't know if it's going to focus. It's probably not going to focus. So at least I try.
Don't worry, we'll do that part actually in here in a second.
Yeah, I think the 300 Win Mag will take good care of him.
Godspeed, little asshole.
Oh my God.
Without further ado, let's go ahead and take this shot. Firing. 3, 2, 1.
Oh my God.
I think we hit him. Wow.
All that work getting that rifle sent out, literally one shot. That's it. That's all it takes, one shot.
Holy shit.
That is violent.
That's graphic.
His
Yeah.
brain's laying on the ground back here.
Oh, that looks more
Wow.
like his jawline. Bet you won't do that again.
Yeah.
Dude, that is genuinely like a fucking 3,200 feet per second decapitation.
Oh, he fell down.
I can't. A loud noise was heard and he fell.
Wait till you see this.
Oh my god. This footage is going to be mental.
150 yards away, it's gonna look pretty cool.
Oh, that's a cool bit of footage right there, isn't it? But this next bit. Oh my god, look at that. That's sick. Oh my god. Oh my god. Wow. That's crazy.
Jesus Christ. Well, it looked like him at some point in his life.
Wow,
No, it's more
that's
like a no.
crazy.
So you did clip the glasses.
Oh, really?
You can see
Okay,
it.
good, good. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it shattered it.
I was aiming for the glasses. The
Yeah, you
left
hit him,
side
like,
glasses.
Right here on the
That's
graze.
crazy.
All the force is still pulling his skull backwards.
Oh yeah, because I hit him technically on his
you were
right
saying,
side, so he
go watch
spun.
it.
Well, so the death photo didn't quite look like that, but we were also using like ballistic tip shit and all. Yeah.
Oh, right, yeah.
White stuff inside of his head. Right.
Yo, yeah, it
yeah,
absolutely
right
does. You see the flash.
Wow.
It's probably the metal off of the. It's the radio the CIA was playing the messages through.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Yeah.
Well, I believe the president is safe. Not gonna lie, I was a little graphic. That was probably a little unnecessary.
Yeah.
But hopefully, some of the stuff that we talked about
I can put
today,
the glasses back
dispels
on
a
now.
few of the myths. There's a lot of misinformation.
I think obviously they're playing about the end part, but the big part is the clip of the ear and how much damage it actually does to the ear if you get shot or you get like a little bit of a clip on something like that. It makes a big, like it's a big hit. And having that bandage on his ear, yeah, it's important. People turn around and saying online, you know, oh, it's too big of a bandage, he's putting it on. Like, no, that's a proper clip to the ear, that. As someone who is not going to get into politics, you know, and don't really care for either candidate, as far as I'm aware. I don't really get into it all that much, to be honest with you. It's just something that I hate seeing the rhetoric online and finger pointing and blaming and conspiracies and all that crap. The guy, a human being, got clipped on the ear with a frigging round, and people are saying, oh, he shouldn't be wearing a bandage that big. Come on, man.
Going around. A lot of people really don't know what they're talking about,
Yeah.
weighing in and spreading a lot of conspiracy stuff that really doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
You know, well, stuff like this is kind of fun in a way that, you know, doing science is fun, doing ballistic stuff is kind of fun. I think it does kind of go without saying that the message that we're trying to get out here today is just data, trying to put right some conspiracy theories and things going around. This isn't any sort of message toward political violence. I shouldn't have to say it, but that's obviously not what we're about. That's not what we're talking about today, and that's not the point of living in the greatest country in the world. We have a constitutional republic, a representative democracy, where we're allowed to express our differences and decide together as a country at the ballot box exactly what direction we want this country to go in.
And that's what democracies are all about, and very important. That's why we need to keep democracy a thing and not let it slip out of our hands. Otherwise, we turn into Russia, we turn into China.
That's the proper way to go about it, and if you think the alternative of taking innocent life is acceptable, or if that's the thing you should do, well, that's your fate.
Holy.
Anyhow, I had a lot of fun today. I appreciate the help of our friends over at
Probably not going to
Ballistic
get
High
monetized
Speed
for
helping us
this.
get that fucking amazing shot.
Yeah,
Delicious
great
is
bit
a
of
good word.
footage.
I like it. But no, I appreciate you guys. You guys fucking suck. I don't know why I invite you to shit anymore, dude.
They're literally just there for the fun of it, aren't they?
Guys, I'll see you on the Unsubscribed podcast, and I will see you sexy YouTube mother lovers in the next video, assuming I don't get a strike for this. I shouldn't, but that's never stopped them before. Appreciate it, guys.
I hope I don't either. Great video. If you want to watch the original without me waffling on the top, down in the description below. Yeah, I mean, it got clipped in the air, and that's a dangerous, you know, that's a dangerous situation, and it's an unfortunate one. The whole thing is crazy. If you want to get my thoughts on the whole thing itself, I did a video on that, you know, last week when it happened, which I think is a good video to watch if you want to get my thoughts on it. But yeah, that was more of an entertaining one, wasn't it? And a little bit of science about what actually happens if you get clipped on something like the ear with a round like that. Very interesting to watch, very informational. I think this type of stuff is important for us to know. No matter what side you agree on and all that lot, I think seeing this type of stuff is important so that you're aware of what happens if something like this, unfortunately, goes on, you know? Anyway, if you want to watch the original video, down below in the description. And until next time, all of you all have a wonderful day. Goodbye.